welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Hey. Hello and welcome to the official podcast of the Macron Northern Counties East Football League. Here's my weekly roundup. Despite stormy weather wiping out 10 of the scheduled fixtures, 11 matches still went ahead, including one under the Friday night lights. On Friday night, Clubthorne Colliery hosted Brigg Town, and it was the visitors who came away with all 3 points. Jack Barlow opened the scoring midway through the first half, and Lewis Shillito doubled the lead late on. A stoppage time penalty from Luke Williams gave Clubthorne hope, but Brigg held firm to secure a 2-1 win and move into the playoff position. In Saturday in the Premier Division, Albion Sports slipped into the relegation places after a 2-0 home defeat to Knaresborough Town. Second half goals from Slater Barkham Barnes and Ben Gelder sealed the win. Eccleshill United impressed with a 3-1 victory over Penistone Church. Joseph Story struck twice, with Cole Roberts also on target. Luca DeFalco had briefly levelled for Penistone, but Eccleshill's dominance told. Handsworth and Parkgate shared the spoils in a 1-1 draw. Liam Tomlinson put Parkgate ahead early on before Josh Nodder equalised just after the hour mark. Horbury Town staged a stirring comeback to beat Thackley 4-2 to move out of the relegation zone. Trailing at half-time, Horbury roared back with goals from Abdul Rahman Asamoah, Joe Jagger, Luke Playford plus an own goal, which overturned strikes from Hasgorgi and Toby Marriott. Campion continued their fine form with a 4-0 demolition of Pickering Town. Ben Brooksbank, Shay Muirhead, Paddy Sykes and Ewan Gregson all found the net. And Rossington Main were undone by Bottisford Town despite a late Ross Hanna penalty. Scott Matthews and Jack McMenemy had already put Bottisford in control and they held on for a 2-1 win. In Division 1, Crowell Colts eased past Nostell Miners Welfare 3-0, with Deck Bacon bagging a brace and Henry Cook adding a third. Gould were denied victory at the death as Jamal Mahmood struck in the 90th minute to earn Athersley Recreation a 1-1 draw. This result sealed the fate of Gould manager Rion Potts, who has now been relieved of his duties. Ilkley Town and Doncaster City served up a 6-goal thriller. Ilkley's Mark Hoban, Jonas Ndombasi and a Sanchez Payne own goal were matched by Billy Grimshaw and a Benjamin Dyer double for Doncaster, the game finishing 3-3. And Wakefield impressed in front of a big crowd, beating league leaders Durnan District 4-2. Akil Francis scored twice, with Tom Hinton and Callum Nichol also on target. Dane replied through Adam Baskerville and Jack Harrison, but Wakefield's firepower proved decisive. That wraps up last weekend's action in the Northern Counties East League, a weekend where we saw the benefits, although many people still don't particularly like them, of 4G pitches. 5 out of 5 scheduled games on artificial pitches went ahead despite the torrential rain, while only 6 of the 16 games on grass pitches were played. On to this coming weekend and it's FA Vars Round 3, with 3 of our teams taking part in the last 64. All 3 have difficult-looking games. Albion Sports welcomed South Liverpool to Myra Shea. South Liverpool were 4-0 winners against Barton Town in Round 2 and currently sit 9th in the North West Counties Premier Division. Liversidge make the journey up to North Shields, who are currently 9th in Northern League Division 1. Shields were winners of this competition at Wembley back in 2015. Rossington Main, who have reached this stage of the Vars for the first time in the club's history, welcome West Didsbury and Charlton who are currently 3rd in the North West Counties Premier Division and who were 2-1 winners at Brigg Town in the last round. We wish all 3 of our sides the very best of luck for the weekend. On to the league, and we have 2 Division 1 games scheduled for Friday as Almthorpe Welfare play Clubthorne Colliery and leaders Durnan District welcome 3rd place Worsborough Bridge Athletic. On Saturday, we have 5 games in our Premier Division and a further 8 in Division 1. Whichever game you're going to watch, as always, please have a fantastic time.
Next up, NCEL talk. I'll hand straight over to host Aaron Walton.
Hello, everybody. It's time for us to chatter, jabber, gas, converse, shoot the breeze about last week and everything NCEL. So, all kicked off on Friday night at the Chesterfield Poultry Stadium. And I've got to say who's with me tonight. It's Richard, it's Jordan, and it's Si and myself, Aaron. So I rushed into that like a novice. But it all kicked off at the Chesterfield Poultry Stadium. I've mentioned that twice just in case they're prepared to give all four of us a free turkey. But I doubt it. Where Clubthorne Colliery entertained the informed Brigg Town. And Brigg scored early on with Jack Barlow on 21 minutes. Then Lewis Shillito added a late 88th minute goal to make it 2-0. However, Thorne's Luke Williams penalty on 90 minutes made for a bit of a tighter game. So, Si, you know all things Div 1. What do you think to Brigg Town's recent form?
Where they're going at the moment, I think they're certainly in the battle for the playoffs. It's just that there's not that many places. I think Harrogate and Worsborough and Durn, 2 out of those 3 are kind of nailed on to clinch them. So there's only 2 spaces left. But they're certainly in the battle for the playoffs, definitely.
Yeah. So that's they were up to 5th, weren't they? They're 4 consecutive wins now. So that's pretty good. And they've got they're in form, and they're for a home tie Saturday against Doncaster City. So could they make it 6? So Saturday, well, it was a bit of a write-off, wasn't it? As we all know, it absolutely chucked it down. However, the fantastic Northern Counties East League Club Volunteers got 6 games on in the Prem and 4 games on in Division 1. So, Si, I want to go to you first because what a great game! Wakefield and Durnan District, pray tell.
Well, I said on last week's episode that we'd have to cause a bit of an upset in this one because we'd never beaten them before. They were on great form with 11 wins in a row, top of the table as we know. And we went a goal down early on, 15 minutes in, and Adam Baskerville adds to his tally this season. He seems to be their main scorer, doesn't he? Grabbed another one. But that didn't last for long. Our heads didn't drop. You know, sometimes you can have that where you're up against it and first goal goes in and that's it. You're up against it for the rest of the afternoon. But we fought straight back. Kiel Francis pulled one back 2 minutes later. And Tom Hinton gave us a 2-1 lead at half time. Second half, we scored early in the second half from Callum Nysel getting his first goal for us to make it 3-1. They pulled one back with 12 minutes to go. Jack Harrison scoring, making it a little bit nervy for all of about 60 seconds before Akil Francis had a bit of a tap-in after a great move. Solid 4-2 win. Should have been 5-2 as well because we had a fantastic bicycle kick goal that went in. Lino gave it as offside, and you can see in the replay that there's clearly a guy playing him on. But hey, that's football, isn't it? We don't have VAR.
We don't.
But no, obviously from our part, it was a very enjoyable afternoon. And I said I was talking because we're playing Harrogate this weekend. I was talking to one of their people, just getting some information for Saturday. And I said I think we did them a bit of a favour. Beating Durham. Obviously, we're doing ourselves a favour because we want to try and get back in that fight. But certainly Harrogate and Worsborough will have been happy with that result.
Definitely. So that's Wakefield's good Saturday. So you had a good Saturday night, I hope.
Absolutely.
Yes. So again, we'll keep keeping the good form with Div 1. And I actually got to a game because I had about 6 or 7 plans all gone astray. Plan A was Frickley and Barton, got called off. I was going to go with Rich there. Plan B was to go to Beverley and Liversedge. That got called off. Plan C was not Northern Counties East League, but local to me, North Ferriby. That got called off. Plan D, still on we were set off to Appleby Frodingham versus Glasshoughton. We just turned up at the pitch. I saw the referee through the fence dropping a ball on the pitch. That wasn't very good news because he called that off. So we carried on. We went to watch Crowell Colts and Nostell Miners Welfare. And what a good game considering the weather. It chucked it down. It was blowing a gale straight across. I don't know if you've been to Crowell. It's quite an open ground, isn't it? You've got that field where the pitches are, and it was just blowing straight across. But they put a game on, the pair of them, and really, I know Nostell are down there at the bottom, but they could have been 3-0 up, as daft as it sounds, within the first 15, 20 minutes. Two glorious chances they spooned over, and then one where the keeper made a nice little save, tipped it round the post. However, Crowell have got somebody called Deck Bacon who can score goals. And he certainly did. He put one away in the first half, one away in the second half, and then Henry Cook added 1-2. So 3-0 win. On paper, it looks like Crowell dominated the game. But I've got to give Nostell a big pat on the back there because they really made a game of it. So, but Crowell are having a really good first season. And just as a point of that, was well looked after at Crowell. And it's probably the best chicken pie I've had for a long while. So, Crowell, 10 out of 10. Goal, we've not got Bob on tonight. So, Goal and Athersley. Was it a 1-1 draw?
Yeah, I think from looking at the way the scoring went, he could still use his same phrase of "it was all going well until it wasn't," because they scored first.
Yeah.
And then it was a 90th minute equaliser, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. So, oh dear. So, Ilkley, they hosted Doncaster City, obviously on the 4G. And they've done well, really, Ilkley, because they're virtually, well, it is a brand new team, isn't it? Because I don't know how many new players have had to sign on. 6-goal thriller at the time, 3-3, with Jonathan Dumbassi's 80th minute goal. May have won it for the Bar Tatters, but with 2 minutes to go, Ben Dyer got his second in an equaliser for Donny, didn't he? So 3-3, I think that finished. I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
And I think that was that all the games in Div 1?
That's all we've got for that one.
Yeah. So Premier Division, right? I'm going to go straight to Jordan, because what a game down at Horbury Town. Jordan,
Yeah,
give us a lowdown.
We didn't start well. To be fair, we did start pretty well in the first 5 minutes. We keep saying this week after week. We start really well, have chances to take the lead, but then always go behind. Bit of a goalkeeping error. I hope he's not listening. But yeah, they got themselves in front. Then went 2 goals in front. But even when they went 2 goals in front, I was watching game and I was commentating on it, and I was thinking there's still plenty for us in this. If we get 1 goal before half time, then just go full throttle in the second half. That's exactly what we did. Bit of a scramble goal 2 minutes before half time. They couldn't clear the lines from a corner. And then we got ourselves in front just before the hour mark, another set piece. And then we scored 3 goals in 8 minutes in the end to kill the game. Could have scored more. But we showed a lot of character to come from 2 goals down, which we've done in a couple of games this year. But before we'd gone on this really good run, when we conceded first, we just looked dead. We just didn't look like we'd never get back into a game, but something's changed. Don't know what it is, but I hope it's here to stay. So yeah, a good win, despite going 2 goals down early doors.
And this was Thackley, wasn't it?
It was Thackley.
Yeah, Thackley, yeah. So that's a really good win. And obviously, we'll come on to the midweek a little bit later on. So again, very good news. But we'll go to the other games. Albion Sport on the 4G at the Myra Share. They lost out to the tricky Knaresborough Town. The inform and on target, and one of our favourite players, Slater Barkham Barnes, scoring late on, and Ben Gelder even later giving the Town a 2-0 victory. So Knaresborough fighting well. Eccleshill put in a super 90 minutes to beat Penistone Church 3-1. Joe Story with a couple, and Cole Roberts for the Eagles, and a DeFalco goal as a consolation for Penistone. So Penistone, and they're not quite on it at the moment. They're struggling a little bit, aren't they? Really good game at the local derby, even at the Express Worktop Stadium, with Handsworth entertaining Parkgate. And Ben Harriott red card had the Ambers down to 10 minutes, and they were down to bare bones, Handsworth, weren't they? Because they'd got the management duo named as substitutes. So, but the informed Josh Nodder, 62 minutes, top corner job, 1-0 to the Handsworth boys. And we were impressed, weren't we, Richard, when they played Barton?
Yeah, they look good. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Nodder, a really good player. Don't give him a chance, do you? He knows where the back of the net is, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
They're a good
Handsworth,
side.
and they're having a very good season. I mean, notoriously in and out form-wise, Handsworth, over the seasons, but not this season. Not this season. So we just found out, haven't we, Richard? They're Barton Town's biggest nemesis, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just don't seem to win against them. So well done, Handsworth. Pickering Town lost out to another team in form, Campion. That's 4 games unbeaten coming into Saturday's game, scoring 11 and conceding 1. So Campion's form is absolutely ultra. So a 4-0 win again, showing Campion's good form. So that's 5 unbeaten, 16 goals for and 1 against. So very good for Campion. At the Calcutt's ground, Oxford Street, not Oxford Road, as I've been saying it for many weeks. Rossington took on Bottisford. Now, Bottisford smarting from their home loss to Barton Town. Could they put it right on Saturday? Both teams needing a win. Bottisford took the lead after a goalless first half. Scott Matthews, the evergreen Scott Matthews, on 53 minutes, broke the deadlock, and a Jack McMenemy penalty on 75 made it tough for Maine. However, a Ross Hanna penalty on 81 made for a very uneasy 9 minutes for Bottisford, but they did held on for a superb away win. So well done, Bottisford. It's a bit funny, isn't it, at the moment in the Prem, because teams are winning one week, losing the next, winning, losing. There's no real sort of, well, there's a few standout teams. Albury at the moment are doing well, and obviously Liversidge, they keep winning, Beverley. But most other teams in that mid area, they seem to win one and lose one, don't they? So,
Yeah, they do. If you say Bottisford up to 14th, and they were right down at the bottom not so long ago.
yeah, exactly. So, but both teams, both Rossington and Bottisford, have got some really good players there. I mean, we went.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later on, but we went on Tuesday night, didn't we, Richard, to Rossington, and they're a good footballing team, aren't they?
Yeah, fit about nicely. Yeah.
Really good. So that was Saturday's sort of patched up games. So we'll go on to midweek. Tuesday and Wednesday, all started Tuesday evening. West Riding County Cup, Selby Town, tough game against very higher opposition. I think it's 2 leagues up. Bradford Park Avenue, they put a decent performance in, but Bradford Park Avenue beat them 3-0. So they're out the cup. Northern Counties East League Prem, so a really good crowd at Golke United against Tadcaster. George Doyle opened up on the stroke of half time for Golke, only for heartbreak. And to carry on our theme this year of scoring very late goals, an equaliser scored in the 89th minute by Desmond Okoro for Tadcaster. So they come away with a point. Right. It's Jordan's turn to wax lyrically again about Horbury Town. A Tuesday night game against, was it Knaresborough?
It was, yeah. Just before I start, that's 5 home games in a row now, so the pitch has taken an absolute battering. So we were actually surprised after, come 5 o'clock on Saturday, we'd all started to make plans for Tuesday because we were like, there's not a chance in hell we can get this game on. The pitch had cut up to buggery.
Yeah.
But I don't think we got the rain that was forecast on Monday, or nowhere near as bad. So we managed to get the ground staff on it Tuesday morning to roll it, and then the gaffer spent an hour and a half picking up all the bits of mud from what had been rolled just to be able to get it on. So a big thanks to the groundsman and the manager to ensure that we got the game on. But it's always one of those, if you're desperate to get a game on, and then you've got to then take the 3 points when you could quite easily get a game off, to be honest. So luckily we did. We got another win. Started really well. Again, I've already said that once tonight, but didn't take any chances. and then went 1 goal behind, which looked a bit controversial. It looked like our keeper made a great save and we cleared it off the line. The liner flagged it, and then at least like 8 Horby players went straight across to the linesman. So if there's that many people going across to the linesman, then they must see something that the linesman didn't see. Usually you might get one that runs over, but we literally flopped across. Anyway, the referee gave the goal. But yeah, it's all over social media as our equaliser. I think the keeper that they had has only played 1 game this year. He looked a bit shaky. I think he's only a young lad. He'd tried to take a goal kick and just hit it straight to our striker about 25 yards out, who then released Sam Orty on the right-hand side. Usually when Sam Orty takes a strike, it goes into a cow field or it goes here, there and everywhere. It's certainly don't hit the back of the net like it did. But yeah, it was an absolute unbelievable strike. In here the post, you can't really see it from the angle that's all over social media, but it does actually clip the post and goes in. A perfect finish. And then we scored 3 goals in 9 minutes. Like Saturday, we scored 3 goals in 8 minutes. When 1 came, 2 came, and then the third came. Carlos Rodriguez, who we've got on dual registration from Emily. I'm hoping that Emily's manager's not seen that he scored 2 goals this week and he allows us to have him on Saturday as well. But probably not, given that Emily got beat midweek, but we'll see. But he's been a really good addition to the squad. And we also signed someone else from Emily who's been at Barnsley Academy when he got released in the summer, and he's been brilliant. So we've had a couple of good additions. And yeah, that man, Carlos Rodriguez, got 2 goals within 6 minutes. We could have scored more again, but we haven't. But that's 5 wins out of 6 in all competitions, I think, and 6 unbeaten. So we can't complain at the minute. We've took ourselves out of the relegation zone. But the hard work doesn't stop there. We've got plenty of games in December that we still need to pick up points if we want to breathe a little bit of air. But yeah, good win against experienced side.
Excellent. So it's onwards and upwards for Horbury Town. Well done. So now we'll go on. We'll bring Richard in because Barton Town played Rossington Main on Tuesday night at the Calcutta Stadium, Oxford Street. Richard, what did you make of the game?
Decent game. I thought Barton were good value for 3-1. Same score as against Bottisford, and I think both results fair reflection of the games. Probably had a little bit of luck with the linesman's flag for the first goal.
Oh, yes, we didn't say anything, did we? But we did think it looked a tad offside, but there's a lot that have been flagged and have not been offside. So
that's right. Yeah, Joel Shepherd, the scorer, what a good player he's turning out to be. Come from a lower level, and he's getting better every week.
It certainly doesn't look out of place or overawed, does he? In any game he plays.
Yeah, really looking good.
But we were very impressed with Rossington, weren't we, Richard? We one or two of their players.
Nice. They got a bit of pace up front. I think the lad was called Mantle on the left-hand side, who's got a lot of pace. Always looked dangerous going forward.
And obviously we've got the Mitch Langton, who's an ex-Swan. He's got plenty of time on the ball, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Looks really good, strokes it about. And we were very, very impressed. And I know Barton Town's manager was impressed with a lad, I think he was number 8, Cody Pryor. I think he's come through the Doncaster Rovers system. Looks very good, very, very neat and tidy, very good on the ball. So
it's the set pieces as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. So it was a good game, 3-1. Who scored the second for Barton? It was
Ali Adamir on the break, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes, it was. He was in the right place at the right time because he wasn't much most of the game. I'm only joking, Ali. I'm only joking. And then, obviously, Rossington scored 1, didn't they? I'll tell you who they brought on. I like him, and I can't remember his name. And that's it, Silas Volodilid Collins.
Yeah,
that's it. I like the look of him, and he caused a bit of trouble, didn't he?
And they shaved the post, didn't they, at 2-1?
They did
from the centre half field.
Yeah,
Shaved the post.
So it could have been, ifs, buts, and maybes. But then Barton broke away, didn't they? It was who was the lad who come on a substitute? Harry Fenton.
Giles, wasn't it? Who?
Grayson Giles.
Forward.
Yeah. I always sort of panic a bit when they take Lewis Stevens off, because I don't know if anybody's seen Lewis Stevens. He does lots and lots and lots of running and closing down. I think sometimes that's better than him scoring goals, because he just puts people under pressure, doesn't he? So
he's ex-Horbury, is Lewis Stevens.
Is he ex-Horbury?
Yeah, he used to play for us when we were in the West Yorkshire days when he was 17.
Yeah. He's a good player, isn't he?
He's been twice with us as well. So
he's had a few clubs as Lewis.
He travels, doesn't he?
He does travel.
He travels well. We all know Lewis. So I really like Lewis. I think he's a real good player. But then he comes off because he's run himself into the ground. They bring Grayson Giles on, who he really missed a sitter against Harrowby, didn't he, Richard? Last week we could have won it, couldn't we? So when he come on, he played well. He just carried on. He held the ball up well. He took it round the keeper. I think he missed that one again, but then he took it wide a bit, didn't he? Held on it, took it wide, and Harry Fenton finished it off. So good win for Barton. Good win for Barton. It was a nice drive home for a change, wasn't it? But
it was
definitely. I mean, the likes of Will Wardby, Lewis Adelaide, Fraser Paprell in Barton's midfield playing well. Will Wardby is a bit like your lad who scored the goal for Horbury. When he winds up for a shot, it's either going to go miles over the bar or in the top corner.
Yeah.
There's no in between. So, but Barheck has got a good shot on him. He once scored against Hemsworth, and it'll be about 20, 25 yards out, very similar, top corner. Keeper never saw it. So that was Barton. Woonwell and Thackley was postponed. So we move on to Wednesday. And what an historic win for Route 1 Rovers in the West Riding County Cup second round. They beat Silsden 1-0. So Route 1 Rovers doing really well. Who else? Oh, and it was a late goal by the man we can't name. But we can. It was Zach Khan. So Handsworth, League Cup, beat Harrogate 4-1. So Handsworth's good form continues. They were 3-0 up at half-time. And the Ambers adding a fourth in the second half, and a goal for Harrogate too. Another win on the road for Bottisford. Their highly talented winger, Luke Ayrish. You like him, Richard, don't you? Good winger.
Yeah.
In the 62nd minute. Now, it was a ridiculously long journey for Bottisford to Keighley to play Eccles Hill. So it's a long journey. That I wouldn't like to do that. Would you, Richard?
No, not really.
Oh, not on a Tuesday night.
Not in a midweek.
Not in a midweek, no. God knows what time we'd have had to set off, probably 3:00.
Yeah.
So that was a good win for Bottisford. Division 1, Maltby, they put 4 past Appleby Frodingham, 4-2. So that was all the games. Shall we have a look at the league tables, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Right, so Division 1 then. We'll start with size. Division 1. In the top spot, it's Durnan District, although they lost to Wakey. They're 58 points, but they've played 3 games more than Harrogate and Worsborough, who were second and third. Harrogate Railway on 52 points, Worsborough on 50, both played 21 games. Then comes Wakefield, 23 games, 46. Brigg, 23 games and 40. So there's that little bit of a gap there. There's that 6 points. And then we've got Leeds and Crowell, 21 games and 22 games respectively, both on 39. Armthorpe, 21 games and 36. Now at the bottom, poor old Glasshountain, they didn't play on Saturday, but they've only got 9 points. Winterton Rangers, 16 points, so it's a bit tighter up there with Nostell. They've got 18 points. Athersley, 20 points. So it's getting a bit tight down there, isn't it, lads?
Few teams just above that as well, so it's difficult to tell yet who's going to
I think
be in that red zone at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a long time. And then you never know if a team's going to drop out or whatever. I mean, I'm so impressed with Ilkley just getting a brand new team and just sort of carrying on like nothing's happened.
No, yeah, from the media that came out from there, it sounded like they were down and out, didn't it? You know, you kind of feared for the worst for them, but yeah, well, I hope it's a nice place to go. I like it on the calendar, so hopefully they can make it work.
Yeah, so well done, Ilkley. In the Prem, so we'll start down at the bottom. Woolwell, 19 games and 14 points. Albion, which is a big surprise to me and Richard, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah, I'm amazed. Yeah.
Yeah, 19 games, 18 points. Rossington, another team, 19 games and 18 points, played some super football, but just not getting the rub of the green. And then Jordan Horbury moved up a bit, haven't they? Are they 17th now?
Yeah, point a game on average, 21.
Yeah, point a game. That's how Bob from Goal goes. As long as you've got as many points as you play games, you should be safe. And then Frickley, they've played 20 games and 22 points. I'm not sure who's above them because I didn't do it all, but I know it's quite tight down there, isn't it? I mean, even
Golker are 22 from 20.
Yeah.
And Pennison 24 from 14.
So there you go. And I mean, the run Aubrey's on, blooming heck, you'll be going in the playoffs if you're not careful.
I don't know about
that. It's going to be
take one game at a time.
Yeah, take one game at a time. I don't want to put a dampener on it, but that's the league. That's the league tables now. Saturday, is it the 6th Saturday? I haven't got it down.
It is the 6th. Yeah.
Now we've got, if my memory serves me correctly, because I've not got it down. Obviously, we've got a full table of Div 1 games, haven't we?
Yeah. You've got a couple of games on Friday night as well first.
Yeah, we have. Who's playing Friday night?
Well, here's the thing. This is a bumper weekend for the league because you've got first playing third Durn versus Wisborough on Friday night.
Wow.
And on Saturday, you've got second versus fourth when we go to Harrogate. So all top four are playing each other. The other game on Friday being Armthorpe versus Clubthorne.
That's another good one then. Armthorpe, 8th versus 9th. So, yeah, that's pretty good. It must be that Matt Jones who does all the fixtures. He must get it. I don't know how he does it. Well, that's some good going there, isn't it? So,
it is.
But then on Saturday we've got the remaining teams left in the. Is it the FA Vars?
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty done.
So we've got 3 teams. So we've got Albion Sport. Now I know they're playing South Liverpool, aren't they, Richard?
Yeah, I quite fancy them to win this. If they're anything like Albion, they're anything like the best that can beat South Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool beat Barton, but it was very much an understrength Barton, and I think they're beatable.
Definitely definitely, because Barton was. I think if Barton was still there, they wouldn't have scored with that team. No disrespect to Barton, but I think Albion could beat them from a bit of pace and a bit of guile. So let's fingers crossed for Albion. Liversidge, who are Liversidge playing?
North Shields.
North Shields. Is it at North Shields? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think it's another winnable game. I think North Shields aren't having a fantastic season. They're about the mid-table.
Right.
I was going to say I fancy Liversidge to win that one.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
So that's two NCEL teams you both fancy, and the third game. Who we got? Have we got anybody left?
Rossington.
Rossington. Do they play West Charlton? West.
Yeah,
they play them. And is it at Rossington?
It is.
Ooh, well, I hope Rossington do well because they've played some good football. I'm hoping all 3 teams go through. I think there'll be a decent crowd there to watch them, all being well. So that's the 3 teams. Have we got any midweek games to look at?
There's quite a lot. Probably not got enough time for recording. There's quite a lot of games on Tuesdays, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm just skimming through just to see if there's any sort of highlight games in there.
Yeah, if there's any we can pick out. I don't think we...
Knaresborough host Campion. You always keep saying, that's a mid-table clash, but Campion are in form, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Knaresborough being a tricky place to go, as we always say on this podcast, so that'll be interesting.
Who else have we got? Anybody else? I know
Liverpool go to Eccles Hill on Wednesday.
Oh,
I mean, Eccles Hill are having a good season.
They are, aren't they? However,
Liverpool are just unstoppable.
They are at the moment, aren't they? But they seem to be, when you're successful, you do seem to be playing a lot more games, and it's really two things. You've got luck to be on your side, that you don't get any injuries, and then the other thing is, have you got a decent squad? And at our level, it's not so much having a big squad, it's keeping everybody happy, isn't it? Because everybody wants to play, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So we fancy Liverpool. Any more really juicy ties in midweek?
Wasn't saying a juicy one, but I just noticed that Louth have got to travel all the way to Worsborough. That's a long trek for a Wednesday night. Is that one?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Louth to Worsborough. So definitely, that's a hell of a journey, as they say. So, gentlemen, hopefully we've got enough time for our teams of the week. Have we got enough time, Richard?
Just.
What's your team of the week, Richard?
I'd probably go Horbury.
Yes.
Yeah. Next thing you'll be getting him co-commentating with you when Aubrey play Barton, Richard.
I tell you what, I've started doing commentary for Horbury actually. So
should do,
there you go.
Something else.
Yeah, should do. Yeah.
Richard's got a spare microphone, haven't you, Richard?
I'll join you, no problem. Next Tuesday, week on Tuesday.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a date for you. So that's it. You can go in the best stand with Richard, and then we'll sort you out at half time. Make sure you're refreshed. So anyway, Jordan, going on to you nicely. Your team of the week.
Aubrey. Probably Bottisford, 2 away wins, dragged themselves out of it. So fair play to them.
Yeah. Si?
I was thinking the same as the other guys. With Horbury, 2 wins from 2 games. Credit where it's due. That's compared to the way they were at the start of the season. Great turnaround in form and heading in the right direction now.
Definitely. Well, I'm going to go a bit left base here. I'm going to go with Ilkley Town. I know they didn't win, but to get a draw with a completely new team, I think that's some going, that. So well done to Ilkley. And to keep going as well, to get a sort of virtually new team in, I think that's really good. So mine's Ilkley. So that's good.
I think I'd give Campion an honourable mention as well, to go and win 4-0 at Pickering.
Yes, very much.
Result.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
I don't like going for my own team, but I'd give us a nod as well for beating Durham, because they were kind of on a roll to the title, really. So maybe put a bit of a dent in their season. So I think for a one-off match, I'd certainly put us in the running.
Well, Richard, you can give Barton an honourable mention then, Richard.
That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.